What is going on, H-Town? The Houston Texans are looking to get back in the win column this Sunday against the red-hot Denver Broncos. How hot are they? Winners of their last 5. They have got it going. But where have I heard that before? Oh, it reminds me of a couple of weeks ago when the Houston Texans went against another hot team at that time. The Cincinnati Bengals were on a 4-game winning streak, and CJ Stroud and the boys marched right into the jungle and came out with the Tigers' head, man. I am excited for this matchup on Sunday because it has become a must-win for the Houston Texans. Both of these teams are 6-5. The Broncos are actually one spot ahead of you in the AFC standings, so you need to win this game. If you are going to be in attendance, I won't. I will be at the tailgate having a great time in the blue lot. Shout out to the Nuff Set tailgaters. But if you are going to be at the game, you need to be on your feet the entire time. If you walk out of NRG with a voice, you have failed. This is going to be a playoff atmosphere type of game, a big game, man. So much experience for this young Houston Texans team. And if the Texans do win this game, I mean, we're going to talk about this being one of the biggest wins of the season. Why? Because once again, you stop a team that has maybe found its footing. I mean, winners of the last 5 is crazy. And if you give them an L right there, you're on notice. Then you talk about going against a team with so much experience. Head coach Sean Payton won a Super Bowl. Quarterback Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl. This is going to be an exciting game. Welcome, everyone, to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calavillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content, so make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok for the latest news, rumors, and updates. And if you guys are new here to the channel, welcome. Trying to hit 9K subscribers by weeks 14 or 15. Please help me get there. And thank y'all so much for watching today's video. And man, real quick, if you guys have not been paying attention to the Denver Broncos season, let me tell you, it has been insane. And it goes all the way back to when they traded for head coach Sean Payton, giving New Orleans a first-round pick and swapping next year's second and third. You guys remember Sean Payton's famous quote during training camp: last year's coaching job was the worst I've ever seen. Already putting yourself on a high pedestal. Then the Denver Broncos start 1-5 and have a game where the Miami Dolphins put up 70 on the Denver Broncos. I mean, it looked like this team was going to be one of, if not the worst in the NFL. Then they go on this 5-game winning streak, beating the Green Bay Packers, the Kansas City Chiefs at home 24-9. They beat the Buffalo Bills 24-22. Joshua Dobbs and the Minnesota Vikings 21-20, and just this Sunday against the Cleveland Browns defense, putting up 29 points, winning 29-12. Right now, the Broncos are firing on all cylinders, but I think the Houston Texans match up well, maybe even better. Now, starting with the Houston Texans offense versus the Denver Broncos defense, the key matchup for me, our passing attack versus the Denver secondary, who have been on fire during these 5-game winning streak. The whole defense is not allowing more than 23 points. The secondary consists of maybe the best corner in the NFL, Patrick Surtain. I mean, all-pro safety, Justin Simmons. They got Jaquan McMillan playing really good right now. However, I like my passing attack. Now, I do think Patrick Surtain follows Nico Collins for the majority of the game. This is where I see Tank Dell having himself a career day. Why? Because last week he had 70 yards taken away from him. You know he is going to play angry. And right now, no one expecting this Houston Texans passing attack to be the reason why you win this game. Everyone is looking at the Denver Broncos run defense, the worst in the NFL, and are expecting us to just use Devin Singletary and Dameon Pierce the entire time. Go heavy in the run against the Denver Broncos. I'm not too sure about that. I want this offense not to be afraid of that secondary. Take your shots. You have Noah Brown practicing again. The last time we saw Noah Brown, 150 yards against the Buccaneers, 150 yards against the Cardinals. Welcome back, Noah Brown, to practice. But I do think Tank Dell has a masterful game. As far as the tight ends and their involvement in this Sunday, I really don't know. But I do know that the Broncos secondary, they do show the tight ends some love, right? Other tight ends have been successful. Is Dalton Schultz going to play? We saw him on the injury list dealing with the hamstring. Brevin Jordan, I mean, we haven't really seen him all year besides a touchdown early in the season. But I like my chances against this Denver Broncos secondary because you know who else I have back there? CJ Stroud, who continues to add to his legacy. And it's only year one, ladies and gentlemen. How dangerous is CJ Stroud going to be in the future? Now, switching to our rushing attack versus the Broncos run defense. I mean, like I mentioned, the Broncos have the worst run defense in the NFL. Now, I wonder what happened last week against Jacksonville. Devin Singletary, who back-to-back weeks, 120-plus yards on the ground, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Why did he only get 6 carries yesterday? Why did Dameon Pierce only get 5 carries and wasn't trusted in short yardage situation? I don't know what's going on with the run game this year, but it needs to be there on Sunday. Because if the secondary does start clamping up our guys, well, I see that you are allowing 5 yards a carry, and I'm going to rush Devin Singletary and Dameon Pierce to put us in good field position and good situations overall. But this is going to be a fun game, ladies and gentlemen. Then switching to the Denver Broncos offense versus the Houston Texans defense, I mean, you need to put pressure on Russell Wilson. Last week, I don't even think they touched him. Myles Garrett didn't even record a sack. Russell Wilson can extend plays with his leg. We've seen it his entire career. He could use his legs to get yards, first down, touchdowns. There is a reason why Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I mean, this dude is having a good year. He really is. Russell Wilson. Plus, head coach Sean Payton, Super Bowl winning head coach, been in big games. I wonder what they have in store for the Houston Texans defense. Because right now, our weakness is the secondary. I mean, I don't know how many quarterbacks have already had 300-yard games against us. I mean, we could go all the way back to Desmond Ridder having the best game of his entire career against us. Last week against Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, 364 yards. Right now, our secondary is our weakness on the defense. So you need the D-line to put pressure on these guys. You need Will Anderson Jr. and Jonathan Grenard to step up. Do we see Derek Barnett, who we just signed on Sunday, having some playing time? I'm not sure. I really hope we do. Where has old man Jerry Hughes been? But right now, the Houston Texans, despite having a high pressure rate, are not getting to the quarterback, man. And it's been that way all year. With that being said, I think this game is going to be high scoring. I think it might be a shootout. I think this is the one game where we might see the Denver Broncos offense put up some numbers, but that's okay because I know my offense, led by rookie quarterback CJ Stroud, could do the exact same thing. Whatever you could do, I could do better. This is going to be a big-time game on Sunday, man. A must-win for the Houston Texans. Let me know how you guys are feeling. For more Houston Texans content, y'all feel free to follow me for more. Go Houston. You guys have a very blessed day.